Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out CounterSpy because people won't stop bloody asking for it. I actually bought this before it came out, I pre-ordered it and it's the last game on the list because I've had like 3 other review codes to go through. So, let's just go have a quick look at the settings. You can turn off the sound effects and the music or the directional, you can use directional aim, you can even delete your campaign progress if you like. Go have a look at the profile, just for the hell of it. I've been playing for about an hour at this point. Got just a bunch of different statistics here. We can also check all our collectibles, our dossiers, our blueprints, and our formulas. I already went into that screen. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, we'll go back to it. We'll just talk about that in a second. I managed to actually pull a muscle in my chest this morning, so if I get a little bit short of breath, I apologize for that, but it's just, yeah, it's kind of painful to move right now. So, what's this about? Well, we are part of a special, unrelated to either the USA or Russia, this is actually a really clever parody. They don't refer to them as their nations, they refer to them as their God, I don't even know. Yeah, the socialists and the imperialists. That's what they refer to them to. It's a really clever parody of the Cold War. So the idea is that we want to be going through these levels, collecting launch plans, blueprints, and what have you. You can pick whatever side you go to, and one side will always have more stuff, but the other side will always have more launch plans. So it's a little bit of a balance. There's also Defcon meters on the left and right sides there. The more you get seen on any particular area, the more your Defcon meter will go up, and if the Defcon meter hits 1, yeah, the game's over. Because the funny thing is, both these sides aren't planning to nuke each other, they're planning to nuke the moon. I don't even know. So we'll go with something simple. We have weapons. Now weapons, you find new weapons by going through the levels and picking up weapon blueprints. However, I find I'm really not going to need anything else other than I can't even speak today, I'm sorry. The diplomatic pistol, because the diplomatic pistol is silenced, so I don't really feel the need to bring along any other weapons. Which is kind of a shame, really, because being stealthy in this game gives you a score bonus, and why would you not want to have a score bonus? Formulas are like those one-time power-ups you see in free-to-play mobile games. If you give a bunch of in-game money, which obviously you can't, you can't buy in-game money. You just get in-game money. I feel like I really need to tell the difference there. Once you unlock them by finding the right amount of formula elements, you can buy these, and they all have different effects. Like so, endurance gives you 40% more health. Persuasion takes down your Defcon meter as soon as you start. Master of Disguise, the cameras are less effective. Silent Runner, running silent. Yeah, you get the idea, basically. You can carry about 3 of those at a time. Not much else we can do, really, so let's start the mission. And one thing I really hate about this game, they really should have worked on this. The loading times on this game are absolutely abysmal. Like, I hit start mission at roughly 3 minutes 20 seconds into the audio recording. We'll see how long it takes for a delay. We're already looking at about 15 seconds here. That's actually a loading bar down there. See how slowly that dotted line is moving to the pulsating circles? Yeah. We've been waiting for it to load for about 30 seconds now. This is an absolutely terrible thing for any sort of portable game, because if you want to just jump in and have a quick round of CounterSpy, this is just torture waiting for this. Little tips down the bottom there. Not that much. That's, you can't really figure out by yourself. Well, we're now at 4 minutes 20, and it's still loading. Yeah, so it's taken about a full... it would take you about a minute and a half to get from the main menu to an actual level. These loading times are unacceptable, guys. Work on it. Especially when a game like Sword Art Online has barely any loading times at all. Over a minute for a game like this is unacceptable. And coming up on almost 2 minutes at this point. That's 4 minutes 50. 4 minutes 55. There we go. So yeah, that's a really, really, really long loading time. So our heads-up display up there displays our ammo for our gun, our health. Our Defcon meter, our score is over on the top right. That's like persistent across missions. And then in the top right, in between our Defcon and our... I'll just jump back up here so I don't get spotted. Oh, that's not good. Oh, well. Our little map up there tells us where all the things are on the level. Thankfully, this level is a straight line, but there are levels where it just digs down a few levels. Alright, so the idea of this game is that we want to get through this area without being caught. Now, we can do this in one of two ways. We can either shoot him with this pistol, which we will do, or we can sneak up behind him, press square, and do a stealth takedown. That didn't count as a stealth because it didn't kill him in one shot. God damn it. So we go through these areas, we look for things like these consoles here, and we find launch plans. There's also other collectibles we can go find, like more money, or weapon formulas, or, you know, just stuff like that. Money.
Attention personnel. Anyone found not wearing standard military attire on duty will be shot on sight. Thank you for your service.
I really don't think the Soviets was... Oh, well, am I in... No, I'm in the Americas right now. The Soviets... Yeah. So anyway, you gotta shoot security cameras to go through them, but there are ones that can't be shot like that. It's just... This one here can... Oh, this one here can't be shot. Okay, that's not good. So yeah, as you can see, I need to work my way through this bastard. The game works on a 2D plane, but it also works on a 3D sense of space. So you can do things like take cover behind this, and then you might have to actually get into cover and then look into the background, and you can aim using the right analog stick and shoot people. But if this guy comes this way, he'll actually be opened up for a stealth takedown. But unfortunately, this guy's looking our way, so I imagine... Oh no, we can actually shoot him too. And we'll shoot this camera. Kind of hard to tell whether or not they're wearing a helmet, which kind of makes things annoying. So I've been playing this game for about an hour, and it doesn't really seem to have changed premise that heavily. All it really feels like it's added is stuff like, just, you know, a couple of extra armored enemies, and maybe make the levels a little bit bigger. It just doesn't feel like it's improved that much from where it started right now. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm kind of bored of it already. Hey, stealthed him. So yeah, when the guards have seen you, they usually pull out their radios, and the Defcon meter will go up. Not good. We'll just do a takedown on him there, shoot the camera. So yeah, here's a safe. All the collectibles in this game work exactly the same way. Just press triangle next to them and you get what's inside them. Thankfully, we can get back up here. So the game plays as a 2D sort of stealth platformer. Except sometimes you get screwed into situations like that, where if you don't react immediately, you'll probably get seen by somebody, and that really pisses me off like you wouldn't believe. And the guns feel kind of hard to aim sometimes, because they have such a small bloody radius to aim with. Someone on IGN claimed it felt a bit random. It doesn't feel random, it just feels overly precise. With the bigger weapons, it might feel a bit random, but again, I haven't really tried them. This guy's wearing a helmet. Never mind, he's not. What the hell? Just reload that real quick. That was a really weird time for the jazz music to start up when that guy was flailing with his hands up the tank. Now, I better be careful here because I can actually get seen by those guys if I go that way, so I have to try and find some cover. And I have to get to it while they're not looking, otherwise they are definitely going to see me. And that guy right there in the middle is the biggest pain in the ass. So we either got a choice of... Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Well, I made it, but that guy's gotten some attention. I'll wait and see if he loses his... Nah, fuck it. Nope! I think I just shot off his helmet. I didn't even do that, but alright, I'll take it. God, oh, that's not good. I'm gonna see if I can shoot that rocket out of the air, and... I did it! I got a trophy for that. I know that's actually a trophy, but... Sometimes this game just isn't really that satisfying, to tell you the truth. To me, this isn't a very satisfying stealth experience because it feels like it's very hard to get through without actually being seen. And considering that the game's a score attack where it actually encourages you to kill all the enemies anyway, the silenced pistol gets a little bit overpowered, and then it's a really cool idea too, unfortunately. I'm just going to drop down here and stealth take down. I've got really low health. I'd like to find a health kit of some kind, but that's really not going to happen. This guy looks like he's about to come up here, and I know I can do stealth takedowns from around corners. There we go.
Stay alert. Find the spy.
So yeah, most of the time is just... Most of this game isn't really, like, stealthing, which would have been a really cool idea. Like, imagine a sort of espionage stealth game with, like, no combat, where you could go through, like, 2D platformer levels and just, you know, try and find secret nuclear missile launch plans. That would have been great, but unfortunately, I think the combat in this game is what really kills it in the end. It's just unsatisfying, overly sensitive, and considering the amount of enemies they actually put in one or two areas, it can get really, really frustrating trying to work my way around them all the time. Is there any secret areas up here? Well, there's this area here, but yeah. But what the hell? Okay. I don't know what happened there. But it just doesn't feel as satisfying to play as, say, a game of Metal Gear Solid, for example. But like Metal Gear Solid 3, that was stupidly satisfying when you got through correctly. But this game kind of feels like it relies on luck and an overly sensitive emphasis on timing and aiming properly. And it just I'm not having that much fun with it, to tell you the truth. And again, the level design is just boring as balls. I mean, I've been playing for an hour and every level has felt almost exactly the same to me. I think developers need to learn that procedural generation isn't the end-all be-all of level design. It's just something you use to give players a little bit more fun, but not something that you rely on to make your game, especially when it's a concept as complicated as this. Because a concept as complicated as this is really hard to make work with procedural levels. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this one. So to get to the end of each level, we need to find all the secret documents. And we've already found one, I think. Does the pause menu tell me? No. That's a bit annoying. So we need to find all the secret documents, the secret launch documents, in order to actually progress through the level. I'll switch my other pistol. I don't have enough ammo for this one. Some people might like this game. I really don't, especially when I play something like Sword Art Online, when it's got a huge amount of content, and then this, which feels like it's just repeating the same stuff to me over and over again, even in the space of 1 hour. I imagine you could clear this game in about 3 to 4 hours, probably even less. Well, there's like 3 difficulties to get through, and the first difficulty is over in like an hour or 2, so you could probably do the entire game in 4. There's like 3 difficulties. Alright, so we've completed the mission. That means we'll get all the money we just got. And we reduced our Defcon level back to 5, and yeah, can you tell I'm not particularly enamored? I'm not enjoying this game as much as I thought I would. And that's unfortunate, really. Just the combat feels like it's unnecessary. The concept is great, which makes the boring combat and the overemphasis on combat, it makes it feel just a little bit disappointing. Especially when you could have come up with a really clever concept And it just, you know, feels like you can't. There are officers to find, and again, you can go find a rival agent. But not really that interesting, to tell you the truth. It doesn't save it. Then again, I hear people are having an absolutely wonderful time with this game, so if you like the look at the parody and the platforming and the combat looks satisfying enough to you, it might be worth looking at. It's 15 bucks. And if you buy it on Vita, you get it on PS4 and PS3. But me, I'm just not that enamored with it. It just turns into a bit of a boring slog where they just feel the need to repeat the same stuff, except sometimes it's a little bit harder. And the combat isn't that engaging, and the stealth isn't that satisfying, and yeah, I'm sorry. It was a good effort, but misplaced. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.